Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Dane Flips. For those of you who don't know, I'm Dane. I'm a part-time reseller alongside my full-time job. I buy things from car boots and charity shops, things that I've been given, things that I've taken from my own house that which no longer want anymore, and see if we can change it for a bit of a profit and a flip. So in the last video, I did a quick sales update that I put out a couple of days ago. So in this video, I'm going to show you what we got through out last week, the bits I picked up. I've managed to photo up today, ready to be put onto eBay and Vinted and whatnot. So yeah, I'm going to quickly flick through them. Then I'm going to pause the video for a couple of minutes, just while I get all the items out that we've sold over Saturday night, Sunday morning. I'm just simply doing that just to save on space, because like I say in my previous videos, it is just I do this out of a caravan on my front yard. That's where I store all my stuff and wrap it all and everything, and the space is just so tight at the moment. Yeah, that I'm just going to quickly show you what I picked up, pack it all back away, and then I will show you what we've sold, like I say, over Saturday and Sunday morning. So yeah, we'll start with the biggest thing, because that's right next to me. So I've got, this is a box full of wax melt scents and packaging and stuff like that. So it's not the actual wax melt themselves, it is just stuff like the moulds for wax melt bars, and then we've just got bottles. They're not all full, but it's just a big mix of wax melt scents and stuff like that. So many years ago, my daughter used to make her own wax melt bars. It was just a bit of a hobby for her, and it made her a couple of pound pocket money. And then alongside it, I've got massive bags of wax melts. I've got about 7 or 8 of them, and then I've got the toolbox full of empty bags to put the bars in and stuff like that. So I say my daughter used to make them back in the day. She'd probably make a couple of pound a bar. We're having a bit of sort out in the kitchen, and these have been sat in the kitchen for quite a while, and they're just sort of getting in the way now. We don't do them as often as we used to. I'm just going to put them over there. So yeah, we decided to let them go. I'd like to think, so I know the wax itself, the beeswax, I think when I was buying it, I was paying about £10 for 2 bags, £12 for 2 bags. So there's, like I say, there's about 8 or 9 bags there. So I'd like to think there's £40 just in wax. Then the scents for little bottles like that, I probably used to get 6 bottles for a tenner. And there's got to be about 30 bottles in the toolbox along with the other stuff. So all in all, I'd probably like to think I could get 60 to 70 quid for that. I'll do a bit of research online to see what other people are selling it for. So if it's a bit more, we'll aim for a bit more and see what we can do with it. I picked up this off a car boot about a month back. I brought it for my wife because she's well into Ariel the Little Mermaid. It is pre-owned, pre-used. I paid £1 for it, but she decided we've got about 8 of them in the house, and she's just ain't got room for them all. So she said I could have that one to sell on. So paid £1 for it. We'll see if we can get a little bit more for it. I'd like to think, 4 or 5 quid or something like that, maybe, if I'm lucky. If not, closer to the £3 mark. And then we've got the Nike women's shoes there. I paid £3 for these from a charity shop. I originally brought a set of headphones for like a docking station to charge them on, but they didn't work, and I went back into the charity shop, and they just said, do I want to swap them for anything? Yeah, I'll swap them for that. I don't mind that. I don't really like taking stuff back to a charity shop if I can help it, but I will do if I buy things and they don't work. So yeah, I paid £3 for them. I hope to get about 15 quid for them. We'll wait and see. And I did mention these in a previous video, from what I picked up. I say a lot. I'm sorry to do my hair and anyway. It must be one of them tweaks I've picked up over the years. But yeah, these are 1998 Lion King cups. I do believe they're from the Ice show that they do, the Disney on Ice. So yeah, like I said, they're from 1998. I've done a quick search on them to see what they're worth, and I've seen somebody selling one for about 20 quid on eBay. I'll have a bit more of a search when I come to list them to see if that's really what they're worth, but if they are worth that, I paid £5 for two, so £2.50 each. If we can get £20 on each of them, it'll be a nice £35 profit, but we'll wait and see on them, see if we do actually pick them up. Now my kids have had a bit of a sort out of the rooms and get me a few bits, just to make a bit of decluttering. So this right, my son's room, they're just Mickey Mouse DVDs. I'll probably stick them on just Vinted for £2 for the bundle. If we don't get that back from, eventually they'll end up at the charity shop. I'll send them there. These have come out of my daughter's room. So we picked up, these are my daughter's room. She had so arts they picked up, been given. They are about 7 Goosebumps books there. I'm not too sure what these go for. I have got some that I've brought from the charity shop before. I think I've got them up for about £5 for a bundle of 3. I've had them quite a while, so I'm not holding out too much hope, but you never know. I'll probably stick this bundle up for a £5 as well and just slowly bring it down until they go. Again, if stuff don't go, I'll just take it to a charity shop. As long as I'm making a profit and not losing too much money, I don't mind donating stuff to the charity shop. Again, we'll just wait and see what happens with them. Now, I've never sold one of these before. It was a Christmas present that I got years ago. I put it in my lad's room because he was well into like zombie horror. So it's like a Haynes car manual, but for zombie survival. They did retail about 17 quid when they come out. Like I said, I got it for a Christmas present. I'll stick that up. I'm not sure what I'll get for that. If I can get a £5 for it, great. If I can get more, £9.99, something like that. It's a good little item to stick in somebody's stocking for Christmas, something like that. Somebody that's into like The Walking Dead, which is why people bought me stuff like that, because I was Walking Dead mad when that first come out. I've got them all tattooed up my legs, zombies and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why I ended up with that. Again, this come out of my lad's room. It is a Mario Piranha game. So you roll a dice and it might say 2 or 3 and you press a button on it and eventually the plant chomps down, like jumps forward and tries to grab your hand. You put the characters that you're playing with around the board, so I think if it knocks the character off, you lose. But again, I got that for free. I might make a £5 on that. These, again, I brought this for my lad for Christmas. They ripped the box open. They've never used it. All the stuff's still in there in the actual original insert. It cost 20 quid new. I'll probably get about £7.99, 8 quid for that, especially with the box being quite ripped up as it is. And then I picked up for £2. I do apologise that I'm bending down. Like I say, my space ain't great that I work out of, but it works for me. I can get one out. I don't want to come out of the bag to show you. I'm fighting for you. Oh, come on. Why am I struggling so much to get this out? So yeah, so I brought a pair of Streetline rollerblades. There, I paid £2 for a pair of these. I'd like to think I can get about £14.99 for them. They are used, and you can see scuffs on them and stuff like that where they've been used. But for £2, I'd like to think I'd at least a tenner. And they've got a pack of elbow pads and knee pads with them. So I'll bundle them up and do them as a bundle and hope for 15, aim for 10. So I'll put them up 15. If somebody offers me a tenner for them, it's an £8 flip. I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, that's what I've picked up this week or been given. It wasn't a great haul this week, but to be honest with you, I've been quite busy with my actual job, so I haven't been out there searching too much for items. I've been to the car boot today and I picked up 6 or 7 things from there. But there you go, into my process pile. So all this has been photoed today. This is all from last week. This is what I'll use for the next couple of days to list on eBay and Vinted, alongside reducing some of the older stuff while I'm at it. And then once all this stuff's been listed, along with a couple of bits I've still got photoed up on my phone, then I'll process the stuff that I brought from the car boot today, and then that'll be in one of my later videos. It might be the case that as I'm doing that, I might pick up some more bits to add to it as well. from charity shops and stuff throughout the week. It just bulks up the videos and makes them a bit longer. But yeah, I'm just going to pause the video for a minute while I pack all this stuff away, and then I'm going to get all the stuff that I've sold next to me so we can do a quick sales update as well. Alright, so I'll see you in about 2 seconds in your time, but it'll be about 5 minutes in mine. Hi guys, as promised, I am back. Like I said to you, it'll probably be about 2 seconds your time, but for me, it took about 10 minutes to get all that stuff packed away and get all my sales items out, so we can do a quick sales update with you. So the first item I've sold, ka-ching, price up in the corner. I'm getting good at this editing now. Yeah, so you've seen this in a previous video. It was from my pickups. It's the T-Bar Hotter shoes that I got from my aunties for absolutely nothing. So that was free, thank you, auntie. They went on eBay for $12.99. There was no fees on them, don't know why, but I got rid of them for $12.99 straight out. So that's £13 sale straight away to start with. Again, this is another pickup video. You've seen the items. I got these, a bundle of 5 of these. I paid £10 for the bundle, so £2 each. I sold one, I believe it the other day, for $24.99, so say 25 quid. This one has gone for £15, the Robert Harrop doggy people. So off 2, I've made 40 quid so far, so I'm in £30 profit on these, and I have still got 3 to sell. That went on Vinted for 15 quid. I did have them up at 24, same as, but people were offering me sort of 13. I put 18, they come to 15. I thought I still made a £13 profit on it, so I'm going to take that. It was slow on sales for the day to start off with when I got the offer, so I thought, no, get the ball rolling. That was 15 quid, so that takes me up to 28 quid so far off of this sales video. I'll do this next smallest one. Yeah, then I've got the Wolfpack. If you can see that very well, Wolfpack dog t-shirt there. I was given that for free, and it sold on eBay for £4.50 after fees. I ended up with £3.85, so let's say 4 quid. So we've got 13, 15, so that's, brain's gone, 28 plus 4, £32 so far, so we're up to 32 quid. Then we're on to my bigger sales, so this is my next biggest one. So as I've shown you in the previous video, the pressure cooker, I picked this up off a car boot for, I believe it was £7. Yeah, it was £7, and this sold for £30. I think it was 20 pence, something like that, or 80 pence. Yeah, £30, 80 pence on eBay. And after the fees were took off it, I got £25.77. So let's say 26 quid. Minus my 7, so I made £19 on that one. So that was a good flip there. Like I said, I don't normally pick stuff like that up. It was just the fact that I'd sold one before and I knew it went for decent money. So what was I up to? I was up to 13, 28, 32, 32 plus 26, so that's 38, 48, 58, so up to 58 quid so far. And then my last sale of the day was the pink telly. You've seen this in a pickup. I grabbed this from the charity shop, £20. It's got the DVD player on it. So yeah, at £20, I had it up for £49.99. Somebody offered me 40 on Vinted, which I took. The reason I took a £10 drop on it was that if I sold it on eBay, they'd have probably have took that in fees anyway. They'd have took a good chunk off in fees. So I thought I'll sell it on Vinted for 40. I get the full 40 then, because they obviously Vinted don't charge fees. So that takes me up to about 98 quid or 96 quid in sales for the day. So I'm dead happy with that. I've had a decent over Saturday night, Sunday. £100 worth of sales nearly. So yeah, it wasn't a bad day's flip for that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the sales update and showing you what I've picked up or been given throughout the week. Like I say, it hasn't been a great week for pickups. I've been very, very busy with my actual job. That will always come first. It is my main source of income. It's what pays my bills and stuff like that, so I can't neglect that to do this. That comes first, and then this is my hobby. or my side hustle, whatever people want to call it. I see it as a hobby. It keeps me entertained for a little bit, and I get to make a few quid to go towards a holiday out of it. Most people do it. People do this sort of thing, but they might just go and do a car boot. They might do a garden sale and stuff like that. I just do it a bit differently. I pick it up and I sell it online. And then I like to just show people what I brought and what profit I've made. So again, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you could all do me a favour that do watch it, please like, please subscribe, and hit the notification button and all that lot, just so you can get updated when I do new videos. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, goodbye.